station.
Hey people, it is Thursday, December the 23rd, and the time is 1:07 in the afternoon, and the temperature outside is minus 2 degrees Celsius. And I'm currently on line 1 heading south. I was at Yorkdale Mall earlier recording a video, and I'll be getting off at Eglinton West Station, which is the next station, and then I'll be taking a walk along Eglinton Avenue, heading east towards Yonge Street. This is the Allen Road, which is basically a short expressway
Eglinton West Station.
Running between
Open on the right.
Highway 401 and Eglinton Avenue. And we just entered Eglinton Station, so I will be getting off here.
Line 1 finished. Please stand clear of the doors. Line 1 finished.
Let's go this way.
Line 1 finished.
Not sure why the train is sitting there. There are a few issues when I was taking the train up to Yorkdale. The train had to bypass Spadina Station due to a police investigation. And then the train came to a halt between Lawrence West Station and Yorkdale Station and just sat there. The train runs above ground on that stretch. I'm not sure why it had to come to a halt there. And we have emerged outside onto the Eglinton Avenue construction nightmare. Of course, as you probably know, this is where a new rapid transit line has been under construction for the last, well, it feels like 1,000 years, but I think it's actually been around 7 or 8 years. So I want to go that way, but it looks like I'm going to have to cross the street over here in order to go the way I would like to go. When I say construction nightmare, I mean construction nightmare. And this is where all the traffic from the Allen Expressway basically gets dumped onto Eglinton Avenue. This was intended to be an expressway running right down into the heart of downtown, but it got canceled after community protests. because it would have ran through some beautiful old historic neighborhoods, through parts of the annex and down through Chinatown, no doubt destroying a lot of very historic areas. There's a look at the station we just came out of. So now I'm going to be funneled through multiple detours, no doubt, as I try to make my way eastward. And in that direction, Eglinton Avenue runs through Little Jamaica. And I've done some tours through that neighborhood. So the Eglinton Line 5 crosstown will run underground here along Eglinton Avenue. So I tend to avoid this neighborhood for the most part, simply because I know that I will be forced to zig and zag all over the place. The Eglinton Avenue walk won't even be on Eglinton Avenue for some parts. A little further down I should be able to actually have a relatively unobstructed stretch. Yeah, we can get a look at some of these residential side streets. And believe it or not, this Line 5 crosstown is scheduled to open in 2022. So we'll see how that pans out. I think its original opening date had already been pushed back a couple of times. I think it's at least 2 or 3 years behind schedule now. And there we go. We have sidewalk and a regular looking streetscape. So this is sort of the northern end of the Forest Hill neighborhood. It's a wealthy residential neighborhood. There are two parts to Forest Hill. There's sort of like the upper and the lower. This would be the upper here. The lower is generally regarded as the more wealthy part of Forest Hill. And you might see some retail stores with Jewish names. There is a large Jewish community in Forest Hill. You can see on the street signs and the banners here that this retail area is referred to as Upper Village. I think that's just a name that the business improvement area came up with. I don't think anyone really refers to this neighborhood by that name. So this time I did bring my power bank with me in case my battery does not last long enough to get me to Yonge Street. And I'm pretty sure I will probably have to use it. And you can see the remnants of the recent snowfall we had. These homes here are rather large. Might actually be an idea to split this video up into two parts. If it's one continuous video to Yonge Street, it might be a tad on the long side. So I'll play it by ear. We'll see how far we are after about a half an hour. See how deep this goes. And that's looking south down Bathurst Street. And this will be a new station on the Crosstown LRT. Quite like this stretch we're walking through now. It's lined with all these pre-war apartment buildings. There's a really nice one up ahead. And here's Old Forest Hill Road. And I think I will cross here. And there's an awesome view of the Midtown skyline. The Eglinton. Well, I'd say that makes sense considering it's on Eglinton. It would make sense to call it the Bloor. Although I kind of get a kick out of it. Maybe they should have done something like that. Crofton. I'm not sure what the significance of that name is. These have a Art Deco look to them. I'm not sure if they are actually Art Deco. I think they are from the 1930s, so that would make sense. And here's that nice white one I was referring to earlier. Well, I guess I didn't mention it was white earlier. I just said it was a really nice one. And it happens to be white. The Shaughnessy. So we're quite far from downtown right now, if you're wondering. As I mentioned, this is the Midtown skyline up ahead at Yonge and Eglinton, and downtown Toronto is a good 7 or 8 kilometers south of here, depending on how far into downtown you want to go. I might get funneled through another construction nightmare up ahead. a cycling and walking path. Not sure exactly which one that is. And here you can see this station is taking shape here. Last time I walked through here, it didn't actually look like anything. And it looks like I'm not going to be funneled through some detour. So I can see my battery is getting down to the end of its life, so what I think I'll do, and we're almost at 30 minutes into this video, so I think I will wrap up this video once we get to the 30-minute mark, and then I will plug in my power bank and I'll begin another video continuing onto Yonge Street and maybe beyond. I might make it a walking and subway video all in one. So I will be taking the subway home from Yonge and Eglinton. Hopefully my power bank works. If not, this will be the only video I'll be shooting along this length of Eglinton Avenue. Alright, we're just hitting the 30-minute mark, so I'm going to wrap this one up. I hope you enjoyed this part of the walk along Eglinton Avenue, starting from Eglinton West Subway Station, and then making our way eastward towards Yonge Street, but not making it all the way to Yonge Street, making it as far as Warren Road, or Heddington Avenue? Heddington Road? Can't quite make it out. Looks like Avenue. So I'll just have to remember that when I do my map. So leave a comment below if you enjoyed, and like and share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And be sure to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And if you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal and via my merch store. And you can also find me on Instagram under KContinuum. So thanks for watching, and be sure to keep checking back, because as always, I will continue. And hopefully, my battery pack will allow me to continue on with part 2. Heading towards Yonge and Eglinton and onto the Line 1 subway.